All right. All right. All right. Prophetess Kelly Williams. Hello, sis. How you doing?
Hey, hey, hey.
How's it going? How's it going?
All is well.
Awesome. Hey, I wanted to make sure that we were getting on a little bit earlier because I got some unforeseen circumstances and things that I have to do, and I also know you have to do. So I have to apologize to everybody that's coming on that we had to come on a little bit early just to make sure so we can have our other episodes and things that we have going on in our life part of businesses. So you guys, welcome aboard. Kind of just wanted to get on and share with you guys a little bit that we've been talking about heavily about dealing with not just depression, but mental health as a board. But because we know the body of Christ is having a lot going on right now, that is a lot going on in the world, in the nation with depression. So we just kind of wanted to hop on, do a little pillar and bring to light a little bit about depression and also and tied into this wealth thing, financially, how things go. So you guys, I brought on board tonight one of my board members and one of my fantastic sisters here on live today. So you guys kind of sit back, relax. We're not going to take up much of your time. We're going to take maybe about 15-20 minutes, I say, that we're going to do. So then we're going to move on into everything else for the remainder of the day. But you guys, I wanted to first just start off and saying welcome again to my sister, Prophetess Kelly Williams, on today. Welcome. Can you hear me, Prophetess? I can't hear you. Okay,
Okay, now you
I can
can.
hear you now,
Blessings,
loud and clear.
everybody.
Loud and clear now. I can hear you. I can hear you now. So welcome on, Prophetess Kelly. Kind of introduce yourself because most people don't know who you are and what you do. Some of them have been missing you by a long time, because you've been kind of silent on us.
I have. I'm Kelly Williams. Been in Phoenix City, Columbus area all my life. Most people who know me know that both of us will actually take a back seat. 2023 is definitely bringing some changes, and we're going to be more vocal. We're going to be more active, and we're going to drop some nuggets for us as minorities so that we understand not only health but wealth, because they are linked together. And I mean, I don't have a long bio. Everybody know I'm just me. So whatever credentialing I have, I really don't post it. I just let God lead. Anybody who wants to deal with me by the Spirit, try the Spirit by the Spirit. Just come at me that way, and then you'll know who I am. And what are some contributions or some attributions I can bring to your life as well as you can bring to mine financially.
Awesome. So you guys have it. Most people don't know that Kelly and I actually grew up together for the most part. For the most part. And actually, Kelly introduced me to a lot of things, you guys, that I had no idea about from the business perspective. She came in at a time of my life when I really needed someone to actually show me exactly what it was I needed to do to make sure that my money, not only did I work for my money, but also to make sure that the money that I was making um was working both ways. Basically, I'm working for my money, but also my money is working for me.
Wow.
But also when we came together, even on this walk, it started changing to something being bigger than us all
Okay.
together, you guys. She even came to me at a point in time of my life when I really did not know who Lakeisha was going to be, how Lakeisha was going to do things, how Lakeisha was going to move. She came in at a time too when I was truly battling a lot with emotionally myself with depression. Not just depression, but PTSD, anxiety, and unresolved grief. So you guys go ahead, share, tag, invite on the live. You know somebody that's dealing with depression, go ahead, share, tag, invite them, and go ahead and start following us both, because you're going to gain a wealth of knowledge on a lot of levels. Um, I can be personal and very transparent that my sister came in at the nugget where actually really when I had to be very vulnerable and I had to be also very transparent. March, I would think it was what, March 2000 and what was it, 16, 9, 6, when I lost my job, when
Yeah,
they laid us off at Blue Cross Blue Shield.
yeah, about 16, about 2016.
So you guys, I actually was in this mode, in this point where I had to receive my severance pay, I had to draw unemployment. And many of you guys know I'm a nurse by trade, by baseline. I'm just gonna say a nurse and everything else. But literally I worked without for 9 months. Without working for 9 months.
Mhm.
And literally I started doing other things, accompanying people to appointments, medical appointments, taking them to their medical appointments, making sure I was asking them questions. And my sister kind of, led me to some things and asked me, had I ever thought about consulting and doing it as a business, because I was doing healthcare. But also, she was there when I had no income coming in for 3 whole months.
Yes, yes,
And
yes.
she knew the struggle was real. So she had to sometimes walk me backwards off a cliff that I was walking, to jump off of a cliff. So you guys, that's why it's so important too that you have prominent people, not just prominent from a standpoint where they can help you financially, but I'm talking about people prominent who know you, that will, they know the real you and they know the not real you, meaning they don't just listen to the words that you're saying, they actually hear the words that you are speaking, and it resonates and it ignites something within them where they know that this person ain't right, something's not right, they saying all the right words, but
Uh-huh.
really they not even feeling.
Mhm.
I hear it. I can feel
Mhm.
it. I know that they're not at their best. And that's
Mhm.
what she was for me. So go ahead and expound, sis, because you already know I'm very transparent and vulnerable. So
You
you
know,
share.
it's actually one of those things where I feel like we have so many people that are in our life but not willing to stay the course when things are not, as good as they were. And during that time she's talking about, it wasn't anything to discuss, it wasn't anything to tell anybody. It was like, we're gonna work this thing out quietly, silently, behind the scenes, like none of these folks gonna know what's going on. But it's not that she was ashamed of anything or we were hiding anything. But you have to get to a place when you're going through, you have to get to a place where you get quiet, and you have to analyze the people around you, and you have to analyze what is God saying in this hour. And I think we all can come into agreement that finances have been an issue in some of our lives at certain different points in different seasons. And I tell people, don't say you're broke. Say I'm between blessings. Because when
Yes.
you say you're between blessings, you haven't come into covenant with the word broke. And that's what we've got to do. We've got to change our mindset. If I get on Facebook and I ain't got but $100, y'all will not know it, because my smile, my attitude. I'm gonna, that $100 in my pocket, I'm gonna feel like I got $100 million. You want to know why? Because God gave me the ability. God gave us the ability to obtain wealth. And by him giving us the ability to obtain wealth, a lot of people go chase the bag. They love the term chase the bag, when we got to chase him. So once we chase him, then everything starts to align up.
Oh, that was good. That was like really, really good. So like for real, because people don't understand that depression, if you don't, let me say this, if you don't ever have to go to through depression or a form of depression, well, kudos to you.
Right, right, right,
Kudos to you.
right.
If you have walked this narrow, fine road and everything has been peaches and cream and it has been a true
Mhm.
um um No, never ending battle for you. Kudos to you. I'm not even mad at you.
Mm-hmm.
But even for me, depression, let me kind of back up, sis, because sometimes people don't understand what depression is.
Come on.
And I'm gonna kind of define it just a little bit, not to be long-winded, just to kind of hit you guys with some nuggets. But depression can mean different things to many different people. For
Mm-hmm.
me, being depressed is when I'm at my lowest of my low.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't feeling the best. I don't emotionally, I don't want to deal with people. Emotionally, I don't want to talk to people. Emotionally, I don't even want to see people. Yeah, emotionally, I want to stay in my comfort zone, which is
Right.
my enclosed little box by myself in my room, in my house, where I don't have to deal with people at all, period. And it becomes to be a tug of war in the mind for me, whether I come out and
Mm-hmm.
deal with people or don't come out and deal with people.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally it's to a point and to a place where you just at this pivot at this point in your life, you do, it's not even rejection. I call it dejection, because literally you deflate yourself from everybody. You
Mm-hmm.
deflate yourself from the situation. You deflate yourself emotionally, where you become just numb
Mm-hmm.
almost to a extent. And that's how I can say and define depression as me. But see, it's when you went through depression, how did you define depression for yourself?
You know what? I never, and it's funny that we're doing this because I never came into agreement with the word, even though I was in a depressed state. You know how I talk. So,
Yeah.
you know, I never say, sis, I'm depressed. Like, she know me so much spiritually before, but and that's key, spiritually, before her friend being her friend or her sister, that she probably knew in some sense I was in a depressed state. And I'll tell you something too. Money, you can wealthy people are
Okay.
some of the most depressed people in the world. And that's because, you know, yes, money is a tool and it can buy you things. Money is a tool that can help and assist you get out of some stuff. But come on, somebody on today, money can't cure cancer. Money can't get you out of debt. Money can't get you out of some stuff. So, with that being said, yes, we need it. Yes, it is something that is given to for us to be able to maneuver and operate and go places and do ministry, whatever form of ministry you have. But I think that we began to worship the actual part of having, and then God will put you in a place where He's like, okay, I'm gonna strip you all the way back down, because next time you get up, when you get up next time, you gonna acknowledge me in everything. You gonna ask me, can you buy a corn dog? You want to know why? Because broke is not your portion, and you don't even want to be broke. You don't even want to be broke. So, what can I do mentally to change my mindset? And one of the things I just had a conversation with somebody about, when we as Black people get money, what's the first thing we do? We're going to buy us a bag. We're going to buy us a new car. We're going to buy, we
Yes.
son, you know, like we
Yes.
put on for the city. And that's really not how wealthy people go. I have a client and he is a billionaire, not a millionaire. And every time he pulls up at my office, he got this little old two-door Camry. I'm talking about the original Camry. I ain't even talking about the one I had back in 2005. He got the original Camry. He get out. He got some old spirits. They be leaning to the left, to the right. They be rocking with it. Hear me on today. But the mind has come into alignment with, I'm wealthy. I don't have to show that I'm wealthy. The mind
Mm.
has come into alignment that if I look like money, it might potentially have somebody really worrying me. Now, don't get it twisted. We like to be cute. And God doesn't want you, you know, on platforms or in places looking thrown away. But the way that we show we're wealthy, we have to change our mindset in that as well. You know, and
That
like,
part.
yeah, wealthiness is a lonely place. And let me clear this up, because people might be like, oh, they billionaires. Let's be clear. Yeah, we billionaires in the spirit. Yeah, we
Yeah.
billionaires. You know, it might not be in the natural, you know, but at the end of the day, my mindset, our mindsets, your mind has to reach a billionaire aspect before you do physically. And I think
Hey,
people get that mixed up. In order to be something, you've got to associate yourself with it. And in order
yeah.
to be something, you got to hang with people who already have reached that goal. And so that's why we've got to get to the place now where we surround ourselves with like-minded people. Yeah, I don't want to hang with 1,000 there. I've been 1,000 there. I need to hang with the millionaires and the billionaires so that can rub off on my life.
Ooh, you said something for real then, because baby, even with the mindset of changing, coming from a what 5-figure salary now to
Correct.
a six. Listen, my sister probably could tell you some stories how she done had to fuss at me to snatch me out of that poverty mentality.
Yeah.
That mentality, you guys, I was so stuck on just making a 5-digit salary that it literally, she had to come and almost shake me
Mm-hmm.
into this mindset. Like, sis, do you not realize you have broken generational curses?
Come
Do
on.
you not know where you're going? Do you not know the calling on your life? Do you not know the different areas and avenues God's going to give you to literally make money? She had to shake me up out
But
of some stuff.
you had to, once you got it, you was turning down positions.
I
Listen,
was. I
she
was.
had 0 job. Hear me on today. I'm
Go
like, this
help
Negro
set somebody
cheated.
free today.
And she had to get to a place where she was like, I know my worth. I might need that position, but they ain't paying me what I'm worth. And so
That's
when
it.
she actually came into agreement with that word, that's when God was able to show her what he could do financially with her salary negotiation.
Yeah,
And even when she got in that, then it still increased.
it did.
You
Three
know,
times.
I'm
Three
it's
times in a year.
one of them things where you've got to know what you are worth. We got
Yeah.
another sis. I love her. She's business minded. She's in Atlanta. Matter of fact, I think she shared the stream. And one thing we always talk about is this: don't let nobody downplay what you worth. If it's 10K to sit at my table and to get this knowledge, guess what? You'll give it to Gucci, you'll give it to Louis, you'll give it to all of them. So what made K Will brand not as good as theirs?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
made LM Sneed Consultants not as good as theirs? And when we
Yeah.
get to the point where but the only way that you feel bad about what you charge is when you're dealing with people who their minds haven't even come up to what you're offering.
That part.
So
Or
once,
either out.
go ahead.
Keep going, sis, because I was going to keep going. No,
Go
because I was
ahead.
going to say too that there are people who have reaped. There are people who have reaped. And that's where I had to talk to my other mentors about that, about as far as when you're doing your businesses, because
Mhm.
literally our businesses are ministries.
And we are.
And literally there have come time and we had to have that discussion where it's like you cringe about having to charge because people say, well, people say or quick to say, well, you're a woman of God, you're not supposed to charge for this. It's not that I'm not even charging for prayer. I'm paying for my knowledge and my wisdom and my revelation up
Mhm.
here because I went to school for that.
But
That right
people
there.
gotta separate that. Because ain't nobody,
Yeah.
I did a live about that a couple of days ago. Ain't nobody getting on here prophesying asking for money.
Nope.
What I do for my business, I'm worthy of my hire.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm worthy of my hire. So people need to quit getting these titles mixed up with my job. No, baby. On Monday through Friday, I'm your accountant. Taxes at
Yes.
willyouraccountant.com. I'm not, I'm still who God says I am. But if you call me business, come business minded and come with
Yeah.
the ability to say, okay, is this something that I want to invest in? Is this something that I want to, pay for? And have people that say, I might pay it, I ain't giving it to her. And we're good with that. You gotta
Yeah.
get to a place because depression will set in because half of the people that will even consider you for business won't even be people you know. A
That part.
total stranger will give you their whole life or give you their whole portfolio and say run it, and your friend be like, "Hey, giving her my stuff." You want to know why? Because the reality is half of us are Facebook or Instagram rich, but on
Yeah.
paper. But on paper, let me see behind the scenes what's going on with them finances. You
Yes.
understand what I'm
And
saying?
and you said a mouthful then, because literally my sister's the only person now, because of the mindset and where I've shifted to. She's the only person, one of the only persons that deals with me that knows my business, like behind the scenes. She knows what I make. She knows what I do. She knew me before I even got to this stature, even before I even hit the 6-digit salary. She
Right.
knew me then. And I don't expect for her to steal nothing from me. When we
Right.
start discussing and when she started opening my mindset as far as talking about trust, about having these different trusts, about making sure that I have a living will, about making sure we have power of attorney. These the type people that you want over your funds.
Right.
This
And
my sister
my
is
name ain't
over my
on her
stuff.
money. Her own name on her money. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yes,
people,
yes,
people don't want to stay the course and feel like that they're not willing to give you that type of trust because they don't want to
yeah,
stay the course. Nobody is second guarantor or nobody is over your money. It's done legally and it's done right. It's just a matter of
yes,
can you see it? She can access everything she have. I can't access it. I might see it paper form, and so people got to get into the mindset of where, just like we're going to come back to as well, because she was talking about that. These are just some small nuggets because we
yeah,
are going to do some workshops because people have not even come to alignment. Really, none of us shouldn't even have our money in regular banks anymore because they're not
correct.
drawing any interest like that. It's so deep. You can go so deep. Why we as black people don't have 7 IUL policies. We can run it. We can run it today. So
Yeah,
you talk about business. I know that there are some business-minded people who know where I am. In a minute, currency will have no value. What you gonna do?
mm,
Currency will have no value. Are you ready? Do you got your Bitcoins and your crypto? What you got, boo?
that part. That part is enough within itself. And you think people been battling depression during COVID? Sis, this next recession that's
What?
about to hit,
Okay,
ain't nobody are you in position? Are you
come
in
on,
alignment to be
come on.
ready for the next recession that's coming?
If
Is the
everything
biggest
shut
question.
down right now, can you walk inside of your house and consider each person in your household? They got to eat, they got to have somewhere to sleep. You might have to buy new clothes. Can you access at least $10,000 in cash if you had to get out the grid because a storm was coming through here and we got to move and the ATM's down? And you can't get but so much money out of an ATM
That's it.
anyway in a day's time. But if all of that is gone or shut down, where do you stand? Do you have cash that you can get to quickly? And these are the things that we need to teach each other. You need to have
Yeah.
cash. And then we were told to rotate old cash out. So if you know you done had it sitting in your safe a year, rotate that out with some new money. Put it in there. And you should always be ready to go. I ain't talking about no credit cards. We don't even live off of credit cards. We done got to the
No.
point we about to pay them down. But it was the time I relied on the credit
Ooh,
cards.
what you
I
say?
needed a credit card. You need them in case of an emergency. They're not to live on. So now
And
everything I do is cash or debit. And I'm getting to the point now where I ain't even finna do a debit card.
yeah. Y'all, it's so much wisdom and nugget that we have seen, and that has helped us across the board, mentally and physically. We done been through a lot, and most people don't even know, even when COVID hit us. But this new mindset that we chose to think differently, we're not doing it because everybody else doing it or because they say do it over here. No, these are nuggets. These are things that we have found out, even with changing our mindset, that we physically had to go through when we didn't have nobody else to lean and depend on. But I'm not gonna say we ain't lean and depend on God, but physically here on the earth, who we
Right.
had to lean and depend on was four. It was only four of us.
Bus. Yes,
It was
indeed.
four of us that we couldn't even depend on the church, y'all.
Yep.
Well, we
Yep.
tied faithfully.
Ooh,
And
what?
I'm talking about putting money. I'm talking about putting on average more than $1,000 a month to a church building that wasn't even able to help us in our dire needs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like for real. It's not saying not to go to church. This is not to
Right,
tell
right,
you
right,
not to tithe. This is not to
right.
tell you not to sow. But we personally have been through some things, and literally that depressive state had to shift our mindset. Like literally, we only had, besides prayer and fasting, we only had four, each other.
Yep. Yep.
And it wasn't that we would, because most of the time people say, well, you piggyback, you know, um be careful who you hang with because you'll draw, you'll draw those same people. No, you talking about four women that came from four different lifestyles, four
Yes.
different areas
Mm-hmm.
that are successful. You know what I'm saying? You talking about women that we literally became a sisterhood for us. Like
Yes.
literally, it's like if I'm doing down, the other one like coming in to pour into me. These are
Right.
not like the people in your life. I call them your MVPs, your most valuable people in your life. These are the people that even at my lowest, when I wanted to end my life, this is when I even wanted to walk away from Christ. These are the women that came and sold into me. Like they gave word into me. They poured into me. It wasn't a one-way track relationship. It's
Mm-hmm.
never been a one-way track relationship with us. We all pour into each other. And when we learn something new, we come in and pour into each other. Whereas sometimes African American, we can be seen as this, we get all this knowledge and we want to keep it for ourselves. Like it's just not enough money to go around. It's more than enough money. It's
Yeah.
some things that you guys don't even know that you ain't even privy to. I wasn't privy to, but my sister sat at certain tables. I sat at certain tables. My other two sisters sat at certain tables that we brought everything back together and started lunching it off.
Yep.
Like we fed into each other. We gave into each other's business ideas and pushing and still push each other.
Mm-hmm. And we're
But
quiet with it. Like we didn't make it a
yeah,
platform. Y'all probably wouldn't say, dog, how four of them all meshed together. We don't publicize it. You want to know why? That's how relationships last. I
yes,
had to learn that too. And when we got to talk about that, you ain't got to broadcast who you're cool with, but you want to know why? It's somebody waiting to inbox somebody say, girl, let me tell you how she did me. And you be like, that ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that ain't
we
even it.
something else. We something else. But I'll tell you this: when they say get it out the mud, a lot of us have had the opportunities to get it out the mud. God has given us, opportunities to get it out the mud. We get it out the mud, and something, a relationship, a situation
Yeah,
comes and snatches it, and that's how you know if you're wealthy. Let me tell you if you know if you're wealthy. You
help
know
us
if you're
today.
wealthy when the enemy only attacks you in that area. Hear me on today. When the enemy keeps attacking you in your finances, baby, get ready. Get ready because you are wealthy. You are,
Yeah.
baby. That's the area where he attacks me at. So any friendship, he'll attack me in that area. Any business partner, he'll attack me in that area. I've
Yes.
had my Cash App hacked. I had
Yes.
several thousands of dollars sitting on my Cash App. They know I was sitting right here sick. And I said that was dumb on my part. Why would I have that kind of money on my Cash App anyway? But
That
you know,
part.
at the end of the day, that depression passed. You want to know why? God showed me that, yeah, it's gone, but I'm gonna show you something over here. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you get to a place where money is not something that I even care about. You know, it when I say care about it, I don't care about it. We don't care about it because
No.
we know it's coming. You know what I'm saying? We know it's coming.
Yep.
We know it came. We know it'll go. We know all of that. So when you get it out the mud, you think on things a little bit differently. You know, you do
Yeah.
things a little bit differently. And so
You,
we want to most definitely come with the knowledge of just sharing with our Facebook friends and our one. I got a one, Keisha got a one,
Yeah.
our one on how to obtain, wealth, how to overcome depression.
Yes.
And like I said, because that's something that we have to overcome, and
Yeah.
she's knowledgeable in that. Mental health, mental illness is one of her gifts that God blessed her with. She has shown great restraint with some of the things that she's even encountered. I don't think people even know, who you are for real, for real. I don't think that people even would consider that you've gone through some of the things you have gone through. But I declare and I decree to you, as your friend, as your sister, as your bestie for life, I decree and I declare that God is going to bless you tenfold. Everything that your hands touch, Keisha, will turn to gold. Everything that you put your mind to, it will prosper and it will go far. And you have not seen what God is going to do. You haven't even met some of the people that He has in position for you to meet. You'll go places. I see you getting in and off of planes, traveling, going to let somebody know about consulting, let somebody know not only about mental health, but about God. Not only about mental health, Keisha, but that God is the one who can turn a whole mind around. So
Yeah.
this thing is way bigger than just L.M. Sneed. This thing is way bigger than C.P.R. International. He says, why do you think I gave you C.P.R.? What is C.P.R.? Come on, Holy Ghost on the day. He said, what is C.P.R., Keisha? It is resuscitation. It means that I'm going to perform life all over again. I'm going to see if I can jumpstart the heart all over again so that the body can come in back into alignment with breathing. So it's just like a resurrection. And so on today, Lakeisha, as you get ready to go forth and as you embody different people, you will begin to resuscitate and blow the very wind of God upon their life. In Jesus' name. In Jesus' name.
Y'all, this live was supposed to go like this, but it was exactly God. Listen, God makes no mistakes, and you guys, that was a true prophetic flow. Like our conversations be, our conversations start off regular,
Like
and
so
literally
normal, like so bougetto.
now I'm tore up from the floor
We
up.
be so bougetto in the beginning, like we be some thugs when our
Yeah,
four of us get together. By
we
the end
do.
of the night, we all somewhere, man. We
On the floor
all
crying,
somewhere
toe
laid
up.
up.
Y'all, them the type people. I promise you, that you need in your life, like for real. I wasn't even expecting that. This one he was supposed to go like that. You guys,
Oh,
do it,
somebody
Jesus.
said they got a program. God said, I'll show you how you'll never have a program.
You won't ever have a program. Listen, you can put whatever you want on paper all day long.
What
But
you
when
talking about?
God really is something, when He is in the foundation of something, God will orchestrate. He'll wreck your whole paper.
Show, show you
He'll
right.
tear that program up, and
Show
you'll
you
be
right.
throwing it, losing, using it as some whatever confetti.
He said, I'm gonna
Believe
get
it
the
or not,
glory out of everything.
He
He said,
does.
I'm gonna get the glory out of it. And whatever you think your agenda is, I'm gonna show you where I'm gonna still show up.
Yeah, it's crazy because my sister was very transparent. Like she knows, and she knows my story. And it's a difference when people have seen you and walk with you through your whole process of what God is doing with you. And I will
Well, you
say
know,
this,
we go way back, sis. They seen them doggone freeze curls we had with them doggone what they were
in the
called
rap,
freeze
in the
belts.
rides, them
Yeah, they
rides,
know we go way back.
y'all. So I'm telling you guys, it's crazy because we weren't even supposed to be on here this long with y'all, for real.
So what?
But it was like we were supposed to get in, give you nuggets and everything. But I will say this: if you guys want to know more when it comes to your physical and mental well-being, as well as your wealth, not
Mm-hmm.
just your money, your coins, but I'm talking about your mindset and your body. what
Mm-hmm.
you are walking around with. I've lost too many people here, too many people we've seen leave here prematurely that weren't supposed to leave
Yes.
here. There are
Yes.
many different things that are going on in the earth, and it may not be popular for some people, but trust you me, is needed in this time, and it's
Yep.
going to be needed again, because what's about to come upon the earth again, you're going to need to be able to know how to stand physically by yourself. You're going to
Mhm.
need to know how to stand financially, even when it comes push the shove, when it comes financially, you're going to need to know. And it's not saying that God isn't in it, but you can't be so spiritual that you know earthly good neither. This common sense, this is knowledge that's needed. So if you guys want more nuggets, interested in more nuggets, then meet us Saturday on April 22nd, 2023 at the Columbus Library. We will
Mhm.
be in the auditorium. We will be serving light snacks. We will have major giveaways to give, but we're also going to impart to our community free nuggets on
Yeah.
how to come and overcome your physical, mental,
Mhm.
and your financial wealth. So join us. We ain't charging it. Just come. Just come, impart. Come get the information and the knowledge. Share with you
Yeah.
guys. Don't just come get it for yourself. Share so the wisdom can be passed along. Because we sometime in the community will negate to talk to other people, and you have no idea what they can bring to the table.
Come on.
But we're
And you know
gonna do
what?
it here. We're
Quit
gonna
leaving
do
them
it. We're gonna
kids
do it
at
for the
home.
city.
Bring them teenage daughters. Bring them teenage
Yes,
sons. And yeah, they might be scrolling on their phone, but I guaranteed you, had we had phones back in the day, we would have been scrolling at church or at a conference. But I tell you what, that knowledge got in that
bring
ear
them.
gate. It got in that ear gate, and that gave us
Yeah,
something to fight with. And these are things that we need to start getting our children. We need to quit leaving our kids at home, for
yes,
church and all of this stuff so that they can have something to fight with. And if we would have been taught some of the things that we should have been taught when we were younger, don't get us wrong, we had parents that worked and paid their bills, but it's more than life than working and paying bills.
it
And I
sure is.
refuse to be
It sure
trapped
is.
in a system that only allows me to work and pay bills. Work
That
and pay,
part.
work and pay bills.
I ain't
I
got time for that.
come
But
on,
yeah, you guys bring the you, bring yourself, bring your mama, bring your grandmama. It ain't
yeah,
never too late to learn, baby. When you hear me, it's never too late to learn. And when you trying to
yeah,
step it up outside of the norm, what you know, to something greater
mm-hmm,
and better than what you've been
mm-hmm,
and what you've already been destined for, you need this. So if you dealing with mental health, come on. I double dog dare you. You dealing with physical illness in your body that's
come on,
incapacitating your mental health. I triple dog dare you. Come on. If you dealing with being broke or in the lack of poverty in your
mm-hmm,
mindset, the poverty of the mentality of lack, I triple dog dare you. Show up at the Columbus Museum. I mean the library, Columbus Library on April the 22nd from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. We just need 2 hours of your time. But we're gonna dive deep. But also we need y'all to help us so we can make sure that we making this all around the world. It don't just come that easy. So y'all come on. So into what it is that you need, what you believe, support what it is that you need, even if you have to volunteer. But come and know. We're gonna have the information so y'all will know exactly what time it is. But it ain't no reason for nobody in your family to be struggling and warring in their mind. There's no reason for nobody in your family to be struggling in their finances. There's no reason for nobody in your family to be struggling with their body
mm-hmm.
on many different levels. There's many different things, but you guys come out, support, come out, get the knowledge and the wisdom, because you're going to get it for free. And then you got giveaways.
I'm telling,
And
I ain't
you
no
never
telling
know,
what, I ain't no
dealing with
telling
us,
what we're
you
gonna give
never
away.
know what kind of giveaways you going to get. My yeets, my mentees, I need y'all there. Share your friends, bring them, bring them. Your mentor is coming. My sister is coming, and we coming to pour. So ain't no more lacking in your family. It's no more excuses. If you don't have it, you just don't have it. If you
Mm-hmm.
choose not to have it, then that's on you. But we finna give it to
And
you.
all of that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but we gonna give it to you. We gonna give it to you all. Don't think that we just gonna be talking about God. No, we finna talk about some real life, real deal issues that
Mm-hmm.
the church ain't gonna tell you about. They ain't gonna sit there and talk to you about. This that taboo stuff. What we gonna touch bases on is that elephant in the room that a lot of churches back away from. Oh, it's gonna get real good.
It's gonna get real, real. Cause y'all know how I feel. If you take
Yeah,
my tithes and offers at the first of each month, I need to see a spreadsheet. Put it up on the big screen. Let me know what the church paid. Let me
yes,
what we bought.
yes,
You know.
yes.
So yeah.
Bring your youth. Shoot, churches, bring your youth. But this
Mm-hmm.
is the conversation that y'all don't, that most of them don't want to have. But that's why we have so many
Yeah.
young people dying early, but
Mm.
not only dying early, making riskful decisions,
Yes.
and that's offsetting their life in many different ways. This is the topic that things that people don't want to discuss, but we're gonna be there. We ain't even charging. This knowledge gonna be free.
Most definitely.
Yeah. So, sis, it was a pleasure. I thank you so much for agreeing for this live with me. And you know we got to do it again. We got to do it again, but we're gonna be some head busters again on some more stuff.
I'm with
They
it.
ain't ready. We've been silent too long, y'all. The muzzles have been released. We coming out roaring now.
Y'all know my Bougetto side. Be like,
I-
nah, just playing.
I-
I'm
That's
with it.
it.
Let's get
So
it.
you guys share this live with somebody. Somebody needs to hear it, need to know it. If you're in the Tri-City area, join us that Saturday. We ain't asking you for that. Just show up your time, 2 hours. If that, I'm gonna
Get
be
Jay
honest. Even if
get Jay to create us a flyer for that, sis.
I
So
will,
that we could go ahead and put that out now so they won't, and then we just keep it in
yeah.
rotation up
Well, it
until
said we took too long.
yeah,
We
we're
y'all ain't gonna be able to say we took too long.
yeah, we fumbling. So tell Jay,
Yeah,
I know he's somewhere around there.
yeah.
Tell
He is.
Jay
He
to go
back there in that
ahead
room.
and together. Yeah.
All right,
Get
y'all.
him
Well,
on
y'all
one
have a
hand
good evening.
and white suit on. I want to look regular.
Thank you. Regular,
Right.
regular, regular. Y'all have a good evening. Share, tag, invite somebody, and we'll see y'all probably another week. We're gonna see because we're gonna be building. So expect for me, you guys, if you ain't tracking and you ain't following myself, Lakeisha Sneed, Kelly Williams, if you're not following CPR International or you have not joined the group C.P.R International LLC, go ahead, click on the links, look for us. You guys join us as we start doing some things. It's some more things we're gonna do, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And I'm excited what God is about to do with all of us. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? There are about to be some major exposures. There's about to be some major hits and things that you also can be a part of. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all, we'll see y'all next time. Peace. Hold up. Hold up.